Welcome back to another episode of the Artist Access. I am your host, Siraj Raking, and I am here with some phenomenal people this week. If y'all don't know, look, a wise man once said that life is not complicated. You are. And that wise man was Carlos Wallace is in the building, and his lovely wife Liz Wallace is in the building. How y'all doing?
We are so good. I've been waiting for this interview. I'm so excited. I'm ready to jump out of my seat.
Look at here,
yes.
Man. Look here. It's been a long time. I'm trying to get Carlos to come on this show for a while, but he is a busy man.
Yeah,
so
man.
I'm honored to have his presence.
Brother.
Yeah, it's all good, bro. I understand you busy, bro.
Yeah.
So let's jump right into this interview, brother. You got so much going on, bro. So you are author, and
yes,
that was the title of the book, right?
Right, that's correct.
Right.
Yes,
so are you from Houston?
No.
You're not from Houston? Where you from,
East
brother?
East Texas, Jacksonville.
Oh, I meant Texas, but
I'm from Texas.
Okay.
Yeah. But East Texas, I don't never say Houston is my home. I mean, I've been here, but no, East Texas, man.
He's loyal.
Okay.
Loyal to the ETA.
Yeah.
So, brother, how first of all, how did you get into the poetry world, doing these events and whatnot? Because that's how I met you on the poetry scene.
Right. So I was already producing comedy shows at the Improv, and I was at Poetry Lounge one Sunday, and a poet came up to me and he was like, "Hey, I do poetry, produce poetry over here, blah blah blah, but I'm ready to go to another level.
Right.
You think you can get me in the Improv?" And I was like, "Dude, I don't know nothing about poetry. Like, I enjoy it, but I don't know if I can sell it. You know what I mean?" And even having that conversation with the Improv, because nobody ever done that. Like, nobody has ever performed poetry in there. So I hit Raymond up the next day, and he's like, "Well, can they sell it?" Like, you know. I said, "Well, he said they can." He said, "Well, let's give it a shot." And the rest is history.
How was that first show? Was it a success?
Man, listen. And I think they kind of put us behind the 8-ball, right? We had 18 days to sell it.
Ooh-wee.
They sold out in like 6 days.
I remember.
Yeah, like they were so excited, you know.
Okay.
And it just took off from there, man.
Right. And what year was this?
Ooh, it got to be like
16.
Yeah,
16?
like 2015, 2016. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been.
I moved here in 2017.
Okay, yeah,
so
not long after.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and you've been rocking ever since.
Rocking ever since, man.
Right.
Poetry, like I comedy's gonna be mad at me, but I've grown to love, enjoy the poetry shows more than comedy now. Because at every poetry show, I feel like I learned something. It's like a lesson,
true.
Educational experience,
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
And but yeah, I really enjoy the poetry.
Right.
And so now we've gone from producing them at the Improv or Comedy Lounge into taking them into schools, colleges. And the poets that's with Soul Poetry that has written books. I guest lecture at PV and other schools, so I'm starting to take the poets with me. The students enjoy it; they enjoy it. Like it's just taking it even further than just performance. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, your lovely wife here, she is a comedian. Now, see, first of all, the reason why I started this show because I didn't even know. About the comedy stuff before the poetry.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was always poetry.
Nah, I started doing comedy in 08.
Okay.
07. Yeah, okay. April 1st made 16 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how long have you been doing comedy? Because I went to, I seen you perform at the Improv. I think it was the show y'all had was like a, kind of like a play, poetic play type of thing.
Yes.
So I saw you perform for the first time that night, and you are a natural.
Thank you. I dip in and out with the comedy.
It's like you've been doing it, so I know you been doing it for a while. I can tell.
I've been doing it solid, committed for a decade, 10 years. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So did you meet this man on the comedy scene?
On the comedy scene, yeah.
Okay.
We had a mutual friend. He was managing one of like the hottest comedy tours back then.
Right.
That was a great tour.
With Corey Holcomb.
Corey Holcomb
Okay.
was on there.
Yeah.
Yep, Corey and a few other New York-based comics, and I knew one of the comics, and I had just started doing comedy. I mean, I was completely raw. And he just seemed like a really cool guy. I had Will kind of do a light introduction. I got in, I slipped into his DM. I slipped into his DM. And I
hadn't been on Facebook 2 weeks.
And here I go. Hey, hey, can you check out my comedy a little bit? Because, sister just trying to really, evolve in the industry. And he really was amenable to it right away. He did critique it, and he called me the very next day. He could add the part of the story that he
he critiqued your material.
He critiqued it. I mean, when I tell you, frame by frame.
The manager.
But listen to this.
I said, I'll call you tomorrow after the game, and she said, "What game?" It was the Lakers and Celtics in the finals. Kobe versus Kevin Garnett. She said, "What game?" Like.
If it wasn't happening at a wine bar, I wouldn't.
Now, you're originally from New York.
Brooklyn, yes.
Brooklyn, New York.
Yes, there's a difference now. It's Brooklyn.
You
Yes,
Brooklyn.
You got it. It's Brooklyn. Yes.
They're serious about that.
Serious about it, yes.
So how long you been in Texas?
This is my 3rd year this month in May. Yeah, we moved out here. I got a job out here. And I followed this, handsome gentleman to his home state. Okay. And I've been here for 3 years. Okay. Yeah.
I saw you moved to New York,
right before
COVID, huh? Right.
That's when he followed me. Right.
So that move was all about Liz?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, otherwise I would have never moved to New York.
Now, I was thinking that you was kind of from the area. No. I don't know why I thought that.
No, I ever since, before we was even dating, I went there a lot, because I know a lot of comics there, but... And like a lot of people I work with are there. Like my graphics guy, he's there. Right. You know what I mean? Right. But
shout out to
it's good. Shout out to Dion. It's a good place to visit, but it ain't great to live.
Right. Yeah. Too crowded. What?
Too crowded. Just
it's crowded. It's busy, and you don't notice it until you've lived in Houston, and we're out there in Fulshire, and I went back home like maybe after a year, and I was like, okay, this is good. I like this. So when's the flight? Yeah. Because we gotta go. It's too much. I thought my head was gonna explode. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I love my home state. I love Brooklyn, but there's a big difference. 100%.
I used to drive trucks over the road after Katrina, and I rode through New York a couple of times. And this traffic is crazy
all the
time.
It's just wait now. Hey. Y'all gonna have to wait a minute, cause y'all out here.
It's bad out here too. Yeah.
Man,
not like that.
Not like that, dude. I'm trying to tell you.
I've been in traffic in New York at 2 a.m.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, damn.
We got certain hours.
Yeah.
Top of the morning and the afternoon.
And somebody went from the left lane to the right lane. No signal.
They drive bad out here. I get it. Y'all got that award out here.
They drive terrible out here. No whoop-de-whoop, nothing. He was just like, straight on through. I was like, all right, bro, you got it.
Right.
You got it. I was like, so this is what we doing out here? Right. Different. Yes.
Man. Now back to the book. Now, when I seen that title of the book,
it's a good title.
I said that brother he know some stuff.
Yeah,
that's a good title. That's a good title.
I live by those that saying.
Yeah.
Like, you are the ones who making your life complicated.
Always.
And if you didn't know that, you need to know that.
Yeah. It's a person in the mirror.
Right. You've been thinking the world coming at you.
Right.
But the world is reflecting what you were giving it.
That's correct.
That's
absolutely correct.
Good interpretation. Yeah, good interpretation.
What the energy you put out there is what you're going to get back.
Give.
Yeah.
Right.
That sounds familiar. I've heard that on a stage
on the porch. You see me say
it
all the time.
I've heard that on a stage or two.
Yeah.
And sadly, the people that need to hear it the most are the ones that don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it, man.
Right. So what made you